Good morning, BookTube.
Hey, so we finally got home yesterday. The night before. Oh my gosh. It's normally an 8-hour drive, and it took us 15 because we got behind not one, but two 3-hour traffic jams. It was horrible. Thank goodness for my audiobook. Yeah, it was that bad. Anyway, um, this week we're off school again, and not a lot planned, which is what I like. So I thought that I would do some of the Cozyathon prompts from Silvia Kay. I'll link her channel below. She's a delightful booktuber. I enjoy her a great deal. Um, so that I thought that would just, jazz up the week a little bit, but in a cozy way. So, I'm not feeling like I'm running around just doing stuff to be doing stuff. And yeah, so this morning I finished The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. One of the prompts is to wake up and read a chapter in the morning. I think I read about 3 chapters. I read 30 pages, something like that. And I wanted to finish it last night, but I fell asleep, and it was so funny. I woke up in the middle of the night, like, I don't never remember my dreams. I was having some wackadoo profound dream, and then I felt Dorian Gray, like, get up behind me and whisper, "Boo!" in my ear. It freaked me out so bad I woke up. I'm not kidding. So, anyway, this book is brilliant. So brilliant. So very different from The Importance of Being Earnest, the play that I read last week or the week before. Um, yeah. I highly, highly recommend Oscar Wilde. Both of these. They were both excellent. And if you've read any other Oscar Wilde that you think that I should read, I now think I should read all of his works. I don't know that they're a lot. I think the rest are just plays, maybe? I'm not sure. But I know this is his only novella. It was only 165 pages, but total brilliance. Yes. And you saw my fluffy socks. That's another prompt. I think you're also supposed to be wearing a sweater, but it's not quite sweater weather here, which I am grateful for. I don't like cold weather at all. You're going to hear me complain about it a lot in the upcoming months. I'll just go ahead and tell you now. Don't like cold weather. Normally, I'm getting anxious in October, and I don't know. I've been in a really good mood about it thus far, and I don't know if that's that BookTube is so much fun in October. There's so much going on, or B, it hasn't been really cold yet, which October is our transitional month. September is not fall here. October is the transitional month, so I fully expect that by the end of October it'll be getting chilly, but yeah. Anyway, so that's that. I wore my fuzzy Halloween socks. I adore Halloween. So then the other prompt I want to get started on now is to read a fall autumn cover. So I have 3 of those picked out for this week. And the first one is, of course, Allie Smith's Autumn. Could it be any more perfect? So pretty. And this one is only about 250 pages, and the text is quite large and spacious on the margins, so I'm hopeful that this one will be a fast read. But then the next one will not be a fast read, but this is one of my 5-star predictions, so I think it'll be a great read. But that is East of Eden by John Steinbeck, and I am doing a kind of a buddy read with this with Unmanaged Mischief and a few other women. Maybe there are men. I think it's just women so far that have responded. But yes, another beautiful fall cover. And this one is closer to 600 pages, and the text is kind of tiny. I mean, look at the difference here. Yeah. So I want to go ahead and get this one started alongside this one, because I think I'll read this one hopefully in a day or two at the most, but this one should take me, hopefully it'll be engrossing and I'll read it in a week, but we'll see. And then once I finish Autumn, I want to dive into Elmet by Fiona Mosley. This one is getting rave reviews on BookTube, and I think it's right at 300 pages, but again, decent sized font and large margins. So I feel like one of my kids writing a report and using, 14-point font and wide margins. Cracking me up thinking about that all of a sudden. But anyway, yeah, so look at how pretty these look together with my Nandina. Aren't those pretty? I love books. So yeah, that's what I have going on this morning. And another prompt is to read in a coffee shop. So I think I'm going to treat my son to a visit to Starbucks. He has gotten into coffee this year, and I never go to Starbucks. Like, when I say never, I mean never. I don't drink coffee or hot drinks in general. I like hot chocolate some in the winter, but that's really it. I tried to train myself to drink tea last year, and it just didn't work. I mean, I'm sure if I put sugar in it, that would make it work, but that kind of defeated my purpose at the time. But anyway, I'm rambling. So we're gonna go to Starbucks. I've been like twice when my sister was in town and wanted her fancy passion fruit tea. But we're gonna go to Starbucks, and it's gonna be so fun to see him with all those coffee choices and what he chooses. It's gonna be cute. Yeah. And so I'll read a little bit there. And yeah, and we're going grocery shopping. Woohoo! We have no groceries because, we were in Florida. And I have a coupon for Bob Evans mashed potatoes. And if you're in the States and have access to Bob Evans mashed potatoes, do try them out. I swear they put crack in them. They're that good. Anyway, I'm going to get back to reading now. So I'll see you in a bit. Ooh, we finally got in the seasonal spirit and decorated our mantle for Halloween. So fun. This guy is my favorite. We made Abraham Lincoln jack-o'-lantern in the 4th grade. My little pumpkins. Creepy dollies. Yeah, my mom made those a long time ago. I gotta put some candles in them. I got caught up on my Victober reads this morning. This one, The Girl in Here, Gwendolyn, I realized today, I'm really surprised how much I'm liking it, considering I haven't been in love with George Eliot in my 2 other visits with her, but the main girl in here, Gwendolyn, I realized today she reminds me of Scarlett O'Hara in Gone with the Wind. She totally does. Her attitude and personality. And I feel funny talking about the girl when there's a guy on the cover. I don't know. They haven't talked about him much yet, so. And then this one is still just delightful. And per usual in this kind of literature, there has been the dumping of the male interest that they're not interested in. And it's been funny to read how differently it was handled in both books. I'm really enjoying reading these side by side. I really am. Yep, so on to Starbucks we go now. This is anticlimactic. We're in Target, Starbucks. Oops. I got hot chocolate. And gummy pandas. What'd you get, babe?
An abomination.
Is it a Java something?
Yeah.
Frappuccino. So exciting.
So what do you think of your first Starbucks?
It's pretty good. You know what would be even better?
What?
Coffee. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Coffee cheesecake.
Oh my god. I bet they make that. We were supposed to go to the Cheesecake Factory this week.
Yeah, we still haven't gone.
Oh, what is that?
Oh my gosh. Coffee and cream chocolate supreme.
So that darn trip to Starbucks cost me $60. I think I mentioned it was in Target. So I don't know about you, but I can't walk by the dollar spot without peeking in. I mean, obviously we needed new cat plates. And then they have these cute knee socks. Perfect for Halloween, and they're nice and thin, so could not resist those. And then the sweater was like right across the aisle from the dollar spot, so it caught my eye, and I haven't been clothes shopping in a while, and this was just nice and thin and got me in the fall mood. And then I realized that my baby, I remembered that he needed the new Rick Riordan, obviously. So we went back there, and on the way, I noticed these, and I've been needing some more slipper socks. So, yep, $60 later. I mean, the Starbucks was $15 just by itself. Well, I think I jinxed myself yesterday morning. It is definitely chilly today. Yes, it is. So, I did manage to get a chapter read in each of these last night before conking out. The Allie Smith, oh my goodness. It reads, well, the first chapter, it reads like stream of consciousness, and all of your senses are engaged, all of them, and you feel like you're right there, but you don't know what's going on, and you're trying to figure it out. It's fascinating, and I didn't quite figure it out. I think it might be a dream sequence, not sure, but anxious to get started on this morning. I really want to get through it. And then the John Steinbeck, I read the first chapter there, and it was just describing the setting in Salinas, California. Very descriptive and beautiful, and kind of a historical context to the setting as well. So it's very profound and deep, and I almost feel like I need to reread it this morning just to make sure I get everything. And I wanted to ask, do any of you bother when you're reading these classics and modern classics that are like considered heavy-duty literature? Do you read the introductory stuff? You know, because I used to read all of it because I feel like, oh, I've got to get every little thing out of it. And I noticed that they have a really bad habit of telling you too much of the story. And like, why would they put it in the front if that's the case? Why not just stick it in the back? Why is it okay to spoil a book for the reader just because it's a classic or a modern classic? That annoys me. So, plus it's, you know, a lot of it is just re-speaking the book, and why not just read the book? But anyway, I quit reading those, but last night I read this one for some reason, and again, I'm just feeling like I'm not going to read any more of those. That's just my take on those introductions. So anyway, yeah, I didn't really mean to make a one-day vlog, but I think I got rambly yesterday, but at least it was rambly about books, right? That's a good thing. So I'll chat with you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.